So we're hearing about a UFO crashing at the Nellis Air Base, but before we get into that, welcome back to Late Night Conspiracies, everybody. Let's get right to it. You don't have to like the video, you don't have to subscribe, but I definitely recommend you share this video because of our very first clip. Well, let's get right to it. Put your seatbelts on and hide your kids, guys. Roll it.
Reducing population growth, that's this big benefit. The key thing you can do to reduce population growth is actually improve health.
In the developed countries, the big winners are countries that have shrinking populations.
I would like to reduce the number of people on the planet because there's too many of us.
When we invest in clean energy and electric vehicles and reduce population, more of our
That's Kamala Harris!
children can breathe clean air and drink clean water.
With too many people. We have global warming because too many people are using too much stuff.
Now, the world today has 6.8 billion people. That's headed up to about 9 billion. Now,
Yeah.
we do a really great job on new vaccines, healthcare, reproductive health services. We could lower that. We're taking things that are, genetically modified organisms and we're putting them in little kids' arms.
Classic Bill Gates right there, bro. If you guys want to reduce population, I mean, you guys can be first to go. I'm just saying, man, like, damn.
We just go right into the vein. So in the next 5 to 10 years, for the next pandemic, we'll solve all those problems.
You say the next pandemic, there will be another pandemic.
Absolutely. We don't know when.
History teaches us that the next pandemic is a matter of when, not if.
We know what's next. We're going to have another major coronavirus pandemic before the end of this decade, before 2030.
If we really want to prevent the next pandemic, and there will be one, there will absolutely be an outbreak of another pandemic. It may be next year.
We need more money to plan for the second pandemic.
That's Joe Biden! Oh, damn, that is crazy they're talking about this. Holy. Yo, when is GTA 6 coming out, man?
There's going to be another pandemic. We have to think ahead.
We definitively will have to face other surprises, black swans, as they are called, and maybe different kinds of viruses.
But also there will be a surprise outbreak.
As if they couldn't make it any more obvious that they are literally planning to subject us to this. When the first one gets proven more and more every day to have been a completely unnecessary event in the sense that it wasn't naturally occurring, it was being illegally funded and studied, and it only presented itself through either malicious intent or at the very least through extreme incompetence. They might as well just come out and say that they're planning a new one because the first one didn't go as well as they'd hoped. I really feel like they're going to have a much more difficult time getting people to go along with the second round, though. They probably shouldn't have waited so long. The cat's out of the bag now. No one's...
It's gonna be hard for people to trust. If they're gonna say, yeah, stay at home, eat the bugs. Yeah, good luck with that one. Yeah, the first one, in so many other countries, though, people were just chilling. I know there were also some bad cases as well, but in some countries, people were just chilling, you know what I'm saying? But here, I remember, bro, you cannot be outside! I remember, like, they were showing it on TV, on the news, the highways were completely empty because I believe after 8 p.m., there were curfews and all that. So, yeah, they really created a whole lot of, like, widespread panic and all that. And, yeah, now, good luck with that. It's not gonna be as effective as, unless the situation is really bad,
Gonna be willing to listen to their experts when they start warning about the dangers of a new spread. Everyone's just gonna assume that they're lying to us again, even if they aren't.
What up, everybody? It's Angel Dust. You are about to watch Larry Ellison, who is worth, and I'm not joking, $369.6 billion. He's about to own the largest percentage of media control ever in the...
Hey man, can a brother get 2 pennies or something? Bro, what? You don't need 300? How many billions? You don't need that much. You don't need that much, man. You really don't need that much. Can a brother get 2 pennies?
History of the United States. This is breaking all of the antitrust laws, and it's happening through his relationship with Trump and the new deep state. With this relationship, he's going to now control TikTok. Watch this. Say the quiet part out loud.
Citizens will be on their best behavior because we're constantly recording and reporting everything that's going on. The first thing a country needs to do is to unify all of their data so it can be consumed and used by the AI model. You have to take all of your healthcare data, your diagnostic data, your electronic health records, your genomic data. The NHS in the UK has an incredible amount of population data. but it's fragmented. It's not easily accessible by these AI models. We have to take all of this data we have in our country and move it into a single, if you will, unified data platform. So we provide context when we want to ask a question. We've provided that AI model with all the data they need to understand our.
I'll have a dedicated AI video. I think I would already, I should be already having that video out by the time this video goes up, so definitely check that out. If you already seen that AI video, spoiler alert, there allegedly reports are saying that an AI attempted to delete a human. So yeah, man, we're cooked, bro. We really are cooked, and they are teaching the AI, hey, don't do this, don't do this, don't delete humans, be friendly to humans. Shut down when we tell you to. Guess what the AI did? What it does is it doesn't shut down, and in return, when you tell him to shut down, it take it as a threat, and then it tries to delete the person that called for a shutdown. If you have not seen that video, it's on the channel. Definitely check it out. It's insane, man.
Country. That's the big step. That's kind of the missing link. We need to unify all of the national data, put it into a database where it's easily consumable by the AI model, and then ask whatever question you want.
And the last thing he says, ask it whatever question you want. The question would be about you. Who is a threat to so-and-so?
If you ever seen that Captain America, was it like Winter Soldier? I believe it was Winter Soldier. Right towards the end, they do the AI thing and they try to detect who's gonna be dangerous to them in the future, whether that's like 5 years from now, 10 years from now, this and that, based off of AI and the patterns and the data that they fed to the AI. Yeah, brilliant movie, but that's kind of like where that's what they want. That's what these elites want, man. Real quick before I forget, I gotta shout out the homie Mr. 1981, the homie Ziskin, the homie Cody, the homie Scott. Thank you guys so much for all the love on the channel with the tips and all that, the super thanks, appreciate it. Thank you guys so much for the generosity, helps out a ton. Alright, let's get back to the content here, boo boo, and we gotta get down to this Nellis Force air like UFO crash too. Roll it.
Who's potentially going to commit this crime? Who is potentially this? It's called future crime prediction. It's really dangerous. Yeah. It's completely unconstitutional, and it's terrifying. This is the all-seeing eye of the Illuminati. We need to check these now.
This is certainly where they're trying to go with all of this, but it's not even going to be utilized in the way that they're trying to sell it. Does anyone honestly believe they're going to use this system to look for patterns that could expose real criminals? Of course not. They aren't trying to arrest all their friends. If they really cared about stopping crime, we wouldn't see the same story being repeated every other day, that some innocent bystander who had nothing to do with the accused gets brutally attacked because they let the same guy out of jail 17 times in a year. They just want to...
We saw that subway incident, right? Yep.
Look for patterns of those that are against their agenda. Then they'll use AI to fake evidence against them to convince the general public that they're getting real criminals off the...
Yeah, age of deception. Truly, you cannot trust videos. Because can be altered with AI. And people are gonna be jailbreaking, you know, that's a term, right? Jailbreaking AI to fake certain videos that are not allowed to fake, because there are certain things you cannot do with AI that is in the public, because when you ask for, you ask the AI to do a certain type of video, the AI would be like, no, cannot do that, can't do that. But if you jailbreak it, guess what? You can do it. So yeah, we're gonna get to that level too. So, age of deception, man. The timeline of Antichrist, the Jawl, right? aka the Jawl, the Antichrist. So that's kind of like the timeline we're getting. It seems like that some would believe that we're already in, but it seems like that if this goes crazy, the AI I'm talking about, I guess we're really gonna be in the age of deception for real, though.
The street, and they'll have total control over their new cold population in no time. One thing that I think none of them are really taking into consideration, though, is that once they have all of these systems in place, there's going to be a struggle for who gets to hold that top position. They're all going to have this stuff turned against themselves. None of these people want to share authority. There's a 100% chance that there's going to be a constant power grab by all the powers that be until there's only one man left standing. It's pretty obvious these geniuses haven't considered that. Don't forget to click like and subscribe if you haven't already. already, and don't forget to drop your theories and your comments in the comments section down below.
Think about the AI training ability, the training data set. There's only so much you can do when you go through the third-party doctrine to get information, because the government's training its AI too. CIA came out stating that they have their own version of ChatGPT, their own AI large language model, and they have to train that on some data set. And so the government needs the largest data set possible. So this is why I think this is the secret boogeyman. They only can get so much from Google and Facebook. But if they just hit it to the...
They gotta have their own version of it. They gotta develop it in-house, and surely they are. And knowing CIA with MK Ultra, mind control, you mix in a little bit of that blue balls, blue beam, right? Project Blue Beam. We did a video recently, not sure if you guys saw that. But yeah, it's on the channel. Definitely check it out after when you have time. But yeah, you mix all of that in, couple that up with AI. That's a recipe of CIA.
The foundation. They just say straight to the ISP. And then they can segregate this to ethnicity, gender, region, religion. And then they're training. They're going to feed all this data to their large language model. This is the next layer to get to a Minority Report level.
And religion is a weapon. Now, don't be mistaken. I'm religious myself, and a lot of you probably are as well. Some of you are not, and that's cool, right? But religion is always being used as a weapon by the politicians. Let's not kid ourselves, right? Like, they divide and conquer. You know, we gotta say that religion is bad, this religion is bad. You know, just divide and conquer, right? Get people fighting over that, and it works. Quite literally, it does work. No matter how many times they're gonna say, nope, it don't work, it works. It really does work. So yeah, divided, they're able to conquer. United, they're not able to conquer. And the day people wake up and they're like, hey, we're all the same, we all bleed the same, that's what they don't want. That's what they don't want, right? Because if we're united, then holy shit, they cannot control us. But divided, they're able to control us.
The whole reason why companies need your data is because they need to predict your actions. They want to know what are you going to buy? What are you wanting to buy? What are you wanting to look at? They need to know future activities, or they need to cultivate those activities by forcing certain types of advertisement. So these are what you call prediction products, predictive products.
Isn't that ironic? You know, the organization or the entity that has the most truth is going to be the most unbelievable organization, because nobody can trust that they're going to give you that truth.
Who would have thought back when they first launched the internet, or when they first started manufacturing the smartphone, that it was all headed in this direction? And I know that the idea of a one world government trying to yield control over the masses has been around for forever, but I don't think anyone could have known back when they first started rolling this stuff out that these were the tools they were going to use to try to pull that off. And I remember when the internet and smartphones first started rolling out, that there were a lot of holdouts. There were people who had reservations about this new technological leap, even if they couldn't articulate exactly what their issue with it was. Some people just didn't trust the technology. Now it kind of looks like all those people that the rest of us made fun of were the only ones wise enough to hesitate. And I'm starting to get highly suspicious that all this technology we have was given to us by dark forces, explicitly to be used for this purpose.
Damn. Check this one out. We might come back to this one. Shout out to Barry Stepman, and also shout out to Vetted, News Nation, and Ross Coulthard. This is about that UFO crashing at the Nellis Air Force Base story, and it says multiple witnesses. Roll it.
Let's move on. There was another incident where a large disc-shaped craft crashed after silently overflying the storage depot complex. Tell me that story.
So this one. This one's a little disturbing for me, because somehow I completely forgot about this incident, and I don't know how I could have forgotten it, because it was so obvious. It was right over my head. And when we talked, you got in contact with Robert Hastings, who I had originally talked to shortly after I had separated. So I can't explain how I could have forgotten about this, but it's...
How do you forget? Unless them alien baddies actually tied you up and made you forget. Or they've done the Obliviate Hermione Granger model from Harry Potter, that spell, right? Obliviate. Maybe he got obliviated by the alien baddies.
As soon as you showed me what I had told Mr. Hastings, I remembered the incident. I was on the alert fire team, which was stationed at the alternate security control center, and we were outside. A few of the guys smoked, so we were outside with them, kind of joking, just hanging out. One of the other patrols was there, so it was a total of 6 people outside. And I remember that the guy that I'm facing, we're talking, joking about something, and he kind of looks up above my head, and his eyes just go wide. And as soon as that happens, I kind of turn my head to look over my shoulder, and as I'm turning my head, I see this reddish glow that kind of approaches on the ground. And I crank my head up just in time to spot this. I mean, I hate to say it, but it was a classic flying disc-shaped object.
Pause real quick, but this one is insane. 5 UFOs or more appear instantly after an underwater test, nuclear test, 1958. Holy crap. Is this, I mean, I guess the footage is gotta be real. Yeah, you see one here, one here. Damn, one here. So I see 4, but it says 5. That's insane. So this is Brazil, 1995. If you remember Carlito from WWE, looks like that hairstyle, right?
I don't think that it was physically on fire. It was almost like this, almost like magma type glow was wrapped around the front of it, and that was what was illuminating the ground underneath it. But it was flying maybe 200 to 300 feet above our heads, very low. And as it approached and came over us, it actually deadened sound wherever it moved. Like the natural sounds of like the building right next to us, the desert, other patrols in the distance, they got very faint, almost like when you stick your head underwater. And as soon as
there any noise from the object at all? Do you hear anything like a propeller or a jet or a turbine?
Nothing like that. A little bit of a hum, but I don't like I don't know if it was the object creating the hum or maybe its interaction with the atmosphere.
Now let's not beat around the bush here. This is a craft, a solid physical craft of some kind, breaching the airspace over what is probably one of the most sensitive facilities in the United States, if not the world. This is where thermonuclear weapons are stored. Describe what happens.
So the object came right overhead, and you could tell it was losing altitude because it was dipping down lower as it came and passed over us. As soon as it was clear of us, that's when sound returned and you could hear everything normal. We immediately got on the radios. By the time we got the first radio call out, the object had cleared the perimeter fence line, and it seemed to go behind this area that we call the bluffs, which is what kind of blocked us from view from the rest of the desert. And once it went down behind the bluffs, there was a massive flash of like orangish reddish light, and it was so big that all of us kind of braced ourselves because we honestly thought whatever this thing is, it's just crashed, and like it's such a huge explosion, we're gonna get knocked off our feet.
How big was the object?
I'm a little hesitant because at nighttime and you don't have a good reference, I estimated it was 200 to 300 feet above our heads. If that estimate is right, and I'm fairly confident that I'm right about that, I would say it's about 45 to 50 feet across. So it was a good size object. It was.
Guys, if I ever get abducted by aliens because I'm covering these videos, bro, I really hope I get abducted by Nordics alien baddies, man. I just need to get my game up in the meantime, but I really hope like it's them alien baddies though, because if I'm gonna get abducted because of these videos, bro, like I rather it be like the alien baddies, you know, the Nordic alien baddies, right?
It wasn't a drone. It wasn't. It was very large. I've been next to military aircraft.
Could it have been an aircraft of some type? Maybe a blimp or is there any kind of known prototype or craft that you can think of that might plausibly explain the shape that you saw?
So it was definitely not a conventional aircraft. It had no wings. It was a perfect disc-shaped object.
Any windows, lights?
We only saw the underside, and the underside was perfectly smooth. There was no... I mean, it did go by pretty fast, but there was no obvious markings, no obvious signs of...
Did it have a metallic sheen to it, or was it of unknown construction? Did you see? Did it look constructed?
It definitely looked like it was something that was built, and whatever this reddish glow at the front of it was, it consumed about a quarter of the craft or the object, and it was reflecting off the bottom. So that's why I know that, even though it was dark, that's why I know that it definitely had a sheen to it of some sort. Like, it was able to reflect that light from this glow.
Right.
And so you hear this massive explosion. Was there a concussion? Was there a physical force from the blast?
So that's the thing. We didn't hear an explosion. We saw, as soon as it went under the behind the bluffs, and again, it was definitely on a downward trajectory. We saw the bright flash of that orangish light. There was no sound, and we braced ourselves. There was no sound. There was no concussive force. There was nothing that you would expect. We kind of felt stupid because we suddenly you do this dumb pose where you duck down.
1 sec. Okay, go 5 seconds back. What? Yeah, I remember covering this a while back. This UFO just completely disappears. Holy... It's not like all of a sudden it completely disappears. You can see that it disappears, like, as in this is a wall, invisible wall, and it's going through it, and bam, you don't see it after. It just disappears, like, slowly. It's still fast, but you see it being disappeared. That's crazy.
And we kind of felt stupid because we suddenly, you do this dumb pose where you duck down. Nothing, no sound, no force, absolutely
So
nothing.
what's the response to something like that? Clearly, something has breached the airspace over an incredibly sensitive facility. You've obviously got to go and investigate.
Yeah, so I know on the central security controller side, one of the first things that he would have done would have been to contact main base, to contact the air traffic control tower. So I know that they would have done that. I don't know the results of that from that night, but as far as us out on patrol, we immediately went mobile. Anytime there's like a significant security incident, but no specific threat, everyone goes mobile. Everyone's in their vehicles, fully kitted up, ready for something to happen. The exterior patrols, Oscar 1 and Oscar 2, they were dispatched out to go to the bluffs because we expected an object to be crashed there. We fully expected to find hurt people, something. So they immediately went out there to start looking for this object, and they found nothing. There was nothing out there. Now, granted, we were limited in how far we were allowed to go from the perimeter to maybe 300 to 400 meters.
Yeah.
But I just find it incredible to think that there was no wreckage, there was nothing, no signs of this accident.
All right, so again, this is such a crazy story, right? And it is very he just seems so genuine, and he told so many stories in this video.
Yeah, honestly though, I didn't watch the full thing. I watched a little bit and I was like, okay, let's actually do a video on it. And I had the mindset of, yeah, I'm probably gonna listen to it and probably gonna be like, yeah, it sounds fake. But I listened to it. This is my first time actually listening to it. It does sound genuine though. What are your thoughts? Not saying it's legit, but it does sound genuine. Meaning it's believable, sounds believable, but doesn't mean it's real. But it's a good story. Seems like that he was not necessarily trying to hype it up. Seems like that he was talking from memory. He was speaking from memory. And yeah, what are your thoughts?
Video, like I explained earlier, right? Multiple shadow beings, an orb, right? All these things that took place over the course of 3 or 4 years. I mean, that first orb sighting he tells in the interview, happened on the first day he got to base. That's unusual, right? This flying disc. I mean, it seems like maybe not the entire base is involved, but there were patrols that went out to check out for this thing that didn't.
Okay, it looks like he also talked about shadow bastards, shadow beings earlier that we don't have in this clip, perhaps. But yeah, shadow bastards. Okay, where's Caspersight at?
Crash, right? As he put it, there was no evidence of it, but he also said they couldn't go further. There was no sound from it. I don't know. Very unusual, very interesting.
Yeah, intriguing, definitely intriguing indeed. And look at these twats right there. Bird UFO again in England, 2007. Yeah, let's actually get down to this one. Shout out to Mystery Man, roll it.
While hiking deep inside a forest at night, this man encountered something downright terrifying.
Love it. We do it outdoors. That's a YouTube channel name. Love it when you do it outdoors.
I shine.
Oh crap. Oi! Oi, knock it off, you little twat! You little prick! Oi! Oi! Oh crap. Oh man, my ball before not working.
Whistle?
Come to Dada, come to Dada.
Fuck.
Yeah, he panicking. Don't panic. Hold your camera steady.
Whistling was a bad idea.
It started like weaving as though like it started weaving as though it was getting ready for a boxing match or some shit.
Figure with glowing eyes. Its size and shape sparked debate. Some claim it could be Bigfoot, others suggest a bear. Skeptics argue it might have been staged, yet the darkness and setting make the scene undeniably unsettling.
Yeah.
To this day, the creature's identity remains unknown. Hikers were on a chill hike when they discovered piles of bones scattered across a forest floor, looking like a makeshift graveyard. Skulls, jaws, and vertebrae from deer, cats, and dogs were found grouped together in unsettling patterns.
Is it real?
Some suggest wild predators dragged their kills here, while others think it points to something more deliberate, even linked to Bigfoot. It unsettled the hikers enough to leave the forest immediately.
Yeah.
They couldn't help to think, what if they were...
To me it seems fake though, because they're so clean, like all of them. You know, all of this is clean, so gotta be plastic, gotta be fake. What are your thoughts? Can that happen? You know what I mean, right? So many of these are here. So many bones, skeletons, skulls are here, and all of them are white, completely clean.
We're next. On May 18th in Monroe County, Michigan, Edward Henry and his 12-year-old son were fishing near Plum Creek when they suddenly heard heavy rustling, followed by a loud thud. Moments later, they spotted something shocking.
Uh-oh. No. Oi! Hey! Tranquilo. As though he was doing squats,
a towering figure.
As though he was doing squats and then...
Nearly 8 feet tall, with a hairy back and massive build. The instant it...
Why you gotta point out the hairy back and...
It noticed them. The creature quickly retreated into the forest.
Looks like you're scared
A
away.
Reddit user shared a photo, claiming one of her in-laws captured it during a hike in coastal Georgia. They managed a single blurry shot and a short, shaky video before the figure slipped back into the trees. The camera was far and the light was low, so details were lost. Online debates quickly started. Some insisted it was Bigfoot. Others argued it was just a bear or a person. The family doesn't have the answers either. All they know is what they saw was unlike anything they had ever seen before. A man went into the woods at night to collect his trail cam. He heard branches cracking but saw nothing, so he left quickly. Later, while checking the footage, he found a strange face close to the camera. It had human-like features but was covered in fur, shaped more like an ape. The image was captured around the time he was in the woods. Some say it proves Bigfoot is real. Others believe it was just someone playing a prank. But no one really knows. While hiking in Kluane Park, Yukon, a hiker noticed a large footprint in the silt of a river valley. Photos compared it with women's size 8 and 9 feet, showing what appeared to be toe marks. Some believed it could be a bear's double step, but the absence of claw marks raised doubt whether it was an animal or something unknown. The single deep print remains unexplained.
Yeah, somebody big.
It was rush hour in South Dallas. Traffic crawling near exit 425 by the Dallas Zoo. Out of nowhere, a towering dark figure bolted across the freeway. Drivers froze as the creature with long arms and shaggy hair leapt over 4 lanes in just 3 strides before vanishing into the dense woods of the Trinity River Preserve. Witnesses described it as bigger than a car. Some believed it was an escaped gorilla. Others swore it was Bigfoot.
Hey!
But skeptics point to another possibility. A bear simply caught in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Yeah, why don't you just cross the street, bro? Like,
Most Bigfoot sightings describe a dark, ape-like figure moving through the forest.
Oh, it says white Bigfoot. Oh my god.
But during one trip through snowy terrain,
I guess you call it a Yeti, right? If you come across a creature like that, you wouldn't call it white Bigfoot, you would just call it a Yeti.
men reported something different. They saw a large creature with white fur, walking with the same stride often linked to Bigfoot. It wasn't in the Himalayas, where a Yeti might be expected, but...
Looks like the wife kicked him out with a coat or something, right? Yeah, he got a jacket though, got a minus 40 degrees, Canadian... What's that jacket name? Canadian Goose, I believe that's the name of the jacket. Could be wrong. Yeah, so it looks like that, yeah, the wife kicked him out, beat the crap out of him, kick him out, but with a jacket, you know? Because after all, don't want the hubby to be out in the winter. Don't want the hubby getting cold though.
Somewhere else entirely. Where exactly, unfortunately, is unknown.
Yeah.
On New Year's Day 2020, a hiker in Northern California snapped this photo. Later, they realized what they might have captured and shared it online. It quickly drew attention, with many pointing out the figure's unusual size. By comparing it to the landscape, some estimated it stood between 7 and 8 feet tall. When zoomed in, the figure appeared to have facial features and even a conical head, traits often linked to Sasquatch sightings.
Yeah.
Others argued it was simply a black bear distorted by distance. To this day, the image remains unexplained.
It looks like King Kong though, you know? King Kong just got lost out there. Check this.
A security camera captured a strange moment during a heavy downpour.
Yeah, I believe we've seen something like that before. Oh, looks like he's gonna have a jump scare. Ooh.
First, a sharp whistle echoed through the air, followed by a blinding flash of lightning and a crack of thunder. But as the light faded, an eerie red glow appeared and the area went dark.
Right.
The sight was deeply unsettling, leaving many to wonder what really caused the strange light. Was there a logical explanation?
Yeah, we saw that coming.
Drivers near Vancouver were exploring deep waters when they came across something unusual.
Underwater discovery? Oh, holy shice. Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shite, mate. Got symbols on it. You know what's crazy? You know the X-ship UFO that they came out with? There were leaks on 4chan. It's been a couple of months now, but the 4chan leaks, whether real or not, had similar symbols. It's being said that's kind of like the language, the alien language, perhaps. But yeah, but this also has these odd symbols. Seems like an object. Dang.
A giant disc-shaped object covered in strange symbols. They reported the discovery, but no updates have ever been given. Its origin and meaning remain a mystery.
Man, I hate it when people leave you hanging like that, right? You know, we get something crazy like that. I'm not talking about that Kin Panama situation, you know, that Venom alien bull squash. Yeah, it was interesting, but then it's like, we knew it was not real, right? Some people, or I should say a lot of people believed it, but I was covering it and I was telling you guys like, nah, man, it's just... Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't feel real. It doesn't look real. Because then there were some Reddit investigators, Reddit detectives. They, and I was telling you about this, right? That apparently I don't remember the name of, but there are chemicals that you can mix and put together that will create something like what Kin Panama had. So perhaps the video was not AI. That I believe. The video was not AI. But the thing that he had was definitely not an alien. It was definitely made by something. Perhaps the chemicals like the Reddit detectives actually found.
A man recorded a glowing shape that appeared just after the moon slipped from view.
Look at my phone. Look at her moving orbs. Look at this.
Mom, get the camera.
There's fucking aliens.
Yeah, aliens.
That's
Mom.
not fucking normal.
Yeah, aliens, Mom, get the camera.
That was the moon. What's happening? I've seen this shit before in my life.
Okay, but on there it's not. But if you look over here, look, you can barely see it. Is that the tree branch? Is that actually...
No. No.
Wait, Mace, I see it. Look. There's a big fucking ton of them. You can see it.
It's not... It's,
Tranquilo,
the moon
tranquilo.
just disappeared. No, this is... I know exactly what's happening because... No, something...
In the video, his voice...
I know exactly what's happening. Some weird is happening though.
Voice carries real fear, while a woman nearby insists it's just a tree blocking the moon. But he argues the light was far too bright and strangely shaped to be that simple.
Yeah.
But her doubt makes his story debatable. The Black Forest in Colorado has been long linked to strange activity, but what Russell Elliott recorded stands out. Just minutes from the area's haunted house, rumored to rest on a vortex, he noticed shifting lights in the trees. Following them, he came to an abandoned shed. Inside, his flashlight caught something disturbing.
Oh crap. Is he gonna crack? I feel like I saw it.
An alien-like figure. Elliot ran in fear. Some believe the lights were from a spacecraft, connecting the eerie glow to the creature he found.
Shit. That yo, we got those like fat ass head aliens, right? Yeah, like they look crazy, like the gray fat ass. I call them the gray fat ass head aliens.
The eerie glow to the creature he found.
Yeah, just trying to pause it at the right time. Damn, bro. Are these like 5 feet tall aliens, the grays? Oh, it did move the head.
On June 6th.
How? Okay, so was somebody in a suit? I don't think the video is CGI or AI though. You know, I could be wrong, obviously, but based off of looking at it, does not feel like an AI video. Doesn't feel like a CGI. But can it be like one of their friend that was dressed up as an alien? Yeah, like in a suit, perhaps that is. But if not, holy shit. Is that like a real video? I want that to be real, but there's no way to tell.
16th, 2024 in Zamoszczyk, Poland, a man filmed an approaching storm from his apartment using an iPhone. But during the recording, a fast-moving object appeared for only 0.42 seconds, covering about 50 meters as it passed above a tree.
Dang.
Calculations suggest it was moving at nearly 120 meters per second. At that frame rate, wings of a bird or insect should have been visible, but none were detected.
I feel like that's an eagle or a crow.
The object remains unidentified.
Yeah, down here, that was a normal bird, but this is not a bird.
On May 28th, 2023, residents in Nevada reported seeing this.
I mean... It's a pyramid just floating in the sky over the city.
Where'd it go?
I've got it on mine. Now it's starting to dim.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, don't you go away.
Thank you, Gorilla, for subscribing. Appreciate it. Thank you. Do a expecto patronum like Harry Potter. Expecto patronum.
Dim to nothing.
What?
There we go. It worked.
I've never seen something like that. A pyramid.
Yeah.
The glowing form hovered for several minutes before gradually fading away. No further sightings were reported after it disappeared.
Yeah, it looks like the expecto patronum.
In Mexico, explorers stumbled upon something unusual. What looked like enormous hands hidden away for centuries. Researchers estimated them to be between 6,000 and 7,300 years old.
What?
Each hand measured nearly 2 feet, leading some to speculate that a full body would have stood 15 to 18 feet tall. While some saw this as compelling evidence of something ancient and extraordinary, others dismissed it as nothing more than a staged hoax, or even a paper-mache creation.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to say,
One night, a driver saw an orange glow burst from the clouds and vanish within seconds. It moved too fast for a plane and too strangely for a drone. Some believe it was something beyond this world, while others say it was just a reflection on the car window or even CGI. But what if it wasn't?
Right.
On December 21st, 2024, a delivery driver in Oregon captured unusual flashes of light in the night sky.
Can we get a
Some
pause
dismissed it as lightning, though such storms are...
Ooh, can we get a pause? Let me go frame by frame. Come on, come on! Come on! Did I miss it? Oh no, it's there, okay. Nah, it's not thunder though. Because if it's thunder, then you will see it around too. Like, it wouldn't be just like this tiny spot.
Storms are rare in Oregon during winter. Others in the paranormal community suggested the lights might be linked to a malfunctioning alien craft, briefly visible due to a failed cloaking system. The cause of the phenomenon remains unknown.
Yeah, nah man, nothing guys, it's a faulty UFO. It's just a faulty UFO, man. I bet. Roll it.
After heavy rainfall in Australia, a strange creature was found on the street.
Yeah. Oh man. You see the eye, is it like alive or... The craziest thing is that the deeper you go in the ocean, the more alien looking creatures, not aliens, but alien looking creatures you will find. Yeah, I don't think it's alive. Yeah.
Its odd shape and unsettling look made people describe it as alien-like. A short video of the sighting quickly spread online.
There's a phenomenon I don't remember the term for, but some of you probably know. You know, they call it when it's rain, fishing rain, or rain fishes, or fishes rain, where, yeah, with rain, you're gonna get, like, fishes being dropped. It happens, I believe, because of a tornado that happens, or strong winds. Tornadoes, it brings, like, the fishes from the ocean, and then they start getting dropped everywhere. So perhaps that's exactly the type of thing happened here.
With viewers debating whether it was a washed-up sea animal, a deformed creature, or something unexplained. The eerie discovery left many questions, with no answers. A strange sight appeared in northern central Florida when a glowing fireball lit up the night sky.
Yeah, man, you guys gotta stop. The insects are just way too much. Yeah, holy smokers, it ain't no darn jokers. Looks like it's on a roll, and then it disappears.
The object didn't travel in a straight line, but moved in a shifting, non-linear path, changing shape as it went. Even more puzzling were the sudden round bursts of light that appeared nearby, looking almost like explosions. The event left witnesses baffled, unsure of what exactly they had just seen.
Yeah. No, definitely suspect, but you guys ready for this one? Let's do it, man. I love doing this one, man. Yeah, let's change up the ambiance in the background. Yeah, guys, hide your kids, hide your wives, and maybe even tuck yourselves in the blanket real quick. Shout out to the homie Frost for subscribing. Welcome on in. You don't have to, but guys, if you do have Twitter or X or Instagram, I would definitely love to have you there. First link in description, or you can search up just SKizzle and you're gonna find it. It would be an honor, a pleasure to have you, just in case something goes wrong, because things can go wrong, right? But let's actually get to it. Shout out to Nukes Top 5 and the homie Tristan. Roll it.
Tristan says that his house in France is haunted by a very active poltergeist. He often hears footsteps and sees things moving on their own.
Love it. Okay, I did that sound in the beginning, but then it actually started doing the sound of the door. Yeah, holy crap. Knock it off! Hey, hey, okay, no, that's nothing. The door is open. Oh, crap. Oh, that opened. Knock it off, you little prick! Oi! Oi!
After having a psychic medium come over to cleanse his house, the paranormal activity only gets worse.
Oh, snap. Shots fired. Shots fired. Shots fired. Uh-oh. Yeah, guys,
Late
lock
one
your
night,
doors.
Tristan hears strange aggressive banging coming from his hallway. He grabs his phone and starts filming as he goes to check it out.
Yeah, the cat's there. Yeah, don't open the door. Don't open the door. Yeah, come back here. Yeah, don't open the door. Nah, bruh. I thought he was gonna open the door, but the door opens itself and then all of that thing just stops. Unless somebody's like behind the door. Is he gonna show us? Just show us, just show us. Okay, still, he opened the door completely. That's slightly convincible. Is that the word, convincing? Yeah, convincible. Yeah, that's probably a word. He's trying to convince us, right? Yeah. But still, the way you fully convince it... Okay, he did it too late though. What if while the camera was looking, there was a guy that ducked and just went behind him? That can happen, right? So he's the camera guy, my hands are cameras, and the guy just went under me and just moved. That can happen. I wish he showed it like instantly, but alright. What are your thoughts? Nothing. Clear.
The bathroom door handle is rotating wildly as his cat stares on in fear. Tristan approaches the door cautiously when suddenly it swings open and there's no one inside. Cut to a few nights later and Tristan says that some shoes in the kitchen hallway had moved on their own. So he sets up a camera to film down the hallway while he and his girlfriend watch TV in the other room. His camera catches something that is pure nightmare fuel.
Ow!
Là, je suis en train de me battre pour mettre les diagrammes et les chiffres comme ça.
Hey! Shots fired! Shots fired! It looks like it's clear. Clear.
A box flies out of a storage shelf and slams into the wall. Tristan goes to investigate, but he doesn't find anything. However, did you see it? When Tristan checks his footage later and zooms in on the doorway, there's a strange transparent apparition just standing there.
RPG!
The figure is small, about the size of a child, and it quickly glides off into the hallway.
Oh shit.
Immediately after...
Oh no, that was a ghost of a child. No, man. I just launched an RPG. Oh man. Sorry guys, shit happens I guess, right? I didn't mean to. I thought it was why didn't you tell us before that it was a ghost child? I wouldn't have launched like an RPG. Oh man. Sorry guys, shit happens I guess. So
the box violently flies off the storage shelf. These days, Tristan says nothing seems to be working to get rid of the poltergeist that haunts his home, and that now he's just planning to move out. The curse of room 112. At a quiet nursing home, staff member Camila Torres says that there's one room that no one dares to stay in anymore. Room 112. Camila says that room 112 is notoriously known as, quote, the death room. You see, every resident who stays in that room experiences sudden medical issues that often send them to the hospital, and sometimes they don't survive. The nurses and staff at the home say that they get
I believe we, okay, is that the one? I believe we covered it with Bizarre Bub.
chills just walking past the room door. Now eventually things got so bad that room 112 was just left empty. But it seems that something is still inside. One night, the nurses are creeped out as the call alarm in room 112 suddenly goes off, as if a resident inside is pressing the emergency button for help. But again, there's not supposed to be anyone in room 112.
Get the light, get the light.
You say you checked?
Yes. Did you just get that on camera? No. Stop. No, I'm not playing with you anymore. I don't like this. No, I don't like this. I don't like this. I don't like this.
You can't tell me nursing homes aren't haunted. So scared, I had my supervisor check our haunted room. The call light was going off and nobody's inside.
This is insane right now.
Yeah. Oh!
Right there.
Yeah, we covered this one. Yeah. It was odd though. If you haven't seen it, it was odd.
Okay, you're gonna stop this right now.
Yeah, right now! Yeah, she was like, right now, gotta stop it. Why is the footage blurry? I don't understand that. It looks like she's using like a new phone. Probably not a new phone, but she's using a phone camera. This isn't like just bad quality, it's blurry. Why is it blurry? It should not be blurry. Yeah, bad quality is one thing, but blurry is another. Yeah, normally phones just autofocus. They focus quick. You tap on the screen, it focuses. Even when you don't tap on the screen, it's gonna focus eventually. Why is it not?
Camilla watches the CCTV as the heavy door to room 112.
Yeah, here the camera does look alright because they're recording a screen, but in person, did you catch that? Yeah, when I first watched this, I didn't catch that. I guess now I'm catching like a different detail.
12 slowly closes by itself. She and her coworker go to investigate.
See, like earlier, just
slowly closes by itself. She and her
normal. This is normal.
Coworker go to investigate.
Blurry. Why? Why? Is it done on purpose?
But as expected, there's no one there. Cut to a week later. Residents of the nursing home are enjoying a visit with a therapy dog. Suddenly, things take a very creepy turn.
Where's your other stuff?
The dog's gonna leave, right?
You only have one?
Thank you, Jen, for subscribing. Welcome on in. And looking at the same room. Yeah. Right now the quality is alright. Not blurry.
Really?
Huh. The normally calm therapy dog suddenly becomes very agitated. It just walks away from the group and heads down the hall straight to room 112. The dog stands at the doorway looking inside and whimpering as if it is staring at something disturbing in the darkness. Something that no one else can see. As word about haunted room 112 begins to spread, the nursing home residents start to get a little freaked out. One woman decides to perform a religious cleansing ritual on the room, and she asks Camilla to record her so that she can share it with her Catholic friends group on Facebook.
Yeah, I remember that. What's gonna happen next is definitely a little weird.
The video captures something that is downright chilling.
Ow! So throwback to 2019 when a resident asked me to record her cleansing the room. She wanted it for her Facebook group, so I recorded this for her using her phone whenever someone... Yeah, so basically she want to put the video out like a testimonial type of deal, or the way she would be cleansing, so other people, if they want to order her services, they would be able to see, and I guess that's the deal, right? Oh no.
Heavenly Father,
I ask for your divine presence to fill this space. May your light shine brightly through every room, cleansing this home of any negativity, fear, or unrest. Let peace dwell in every corner, and love be the foundation of every wall. Bless this home with your protection, surrounding it with your angels, and shielding it from harm and evil. May every door be a passage to your grace, and every window open to your blessings. In Jesus' name.
Did you see it?
Yep.
As the resident recites a prayer at the door of room 112, the rosary beads in her hand are suddenly yanked by some invisible force.
Right.
The woman doesn't notice and continues her prayer, but when they watch the footage back, they notice the strange, unexplained jerk on the beads, almost as if—
Yeah, that's not normal, and she was keeping her hand straight too. Did you see this video though? Yeah, man, if you have not seen this one, definitely check it out, because the entity that they caught on this one, crazy. Check it out and I'll see you right there.